I know what you guys must be thinking. Why on earth are we walking in the dark? Well, it all started when Eugene came up to us one day and said,
"Hey guys, want to go for a hike during Easter break?"
and we were like, okay. I wanted to do something during the Easter break, and this sounded fun. Thing is, I've never gone for such a hike without being supervised by some kind of organization before, so while packing I realized that I have no idea what to bring. I didn't know how much water to bring, I didn't know how much food to bring, but YOLO. So, we asked around and 7 of us decided to go on this trip. Wei Han, Jeanette, Eugene, Samuel, Zilong, Eugene. Yeah, we have 2 Eugenes. And me, Basha. We did a bit of planning, we did a bit of packing. And on the morning of the Monday after Easter weekend, we got into a couple of cars and we drove 3 hours out of Hobart to this place, Freycinet National Park. And before we knew it, we just be like, this is us embarking on our mission, a 3-day mission through Freycinet. Easy! The Freycinet Peninsula Circuit is a 3-day hike around Freycinet National Park. On each day of the hike, we will traverse the different terrains and marvel at the different sights that the park has to offer. As for today's plan, we're gonna walk down the track along that beach. I think we are camping somewhere there. Day 2, we walk on the other side of that mountain, climb to the peak of that mountain, climb down, continue walking to a beach on the other side of that ridge. That's the plan. It's a silhouette of my hand. Bam bam wham wham. I'm Eminem, right look. Day 1 was filled with amazing walks along spotless beaches under the clear blue sky. We reached our first campsite by nightfall and set up camp. We filled our bellies with some satisfyingly hot Maggi noodles and retired to sleep soon after to prepare ourselves for the challenge that was the day ahead. Good morning, people. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
He's eating some bacon and cheese bun halal, bro. Alright, which day are we on, Eugene? Day 2 found us leaving the view of the clear blue waters behind and swapping it for the shades of green that was the bush of Freycinet National Park. Right now, we've hiked for about 6.5k to 7k from our campsite, going to attempt this Mount Freycinet summit, 750 meters. think we're gonna get up there. Eugene's a true hero here, climbing with his backpack. And this stunning, unobstructed view. Alright, at the top. Unfortunately, we couldn't stay on to enjoy the views that the peak of Mount Freycinet had to offer. We had to keep moving, for we still had quite a distance to cover to reach Wineglass Bay, our next campsite. Rehan sliding down like a boss. Once we returned to our bags, we had some lunch, and that's when we ran into a bit of drama.
Oh. Then we have how many people will make you guys?
Where is none?
Open.
Do you have Maggie or not?
You wrote something inside.
Something by you.
I don't know whether there's something in my pen.
Just take it out, just take it
You
out.
want to stick out?
Just take out the pen.
Some video of your snake.
Oh yeah, the video.
Oh yeah, the video. What, my snake? What?
Oh my god.
Just take out the damn pens, bro.
The
video.
Can you stand in front of the camera?
The Milos.
Stand in front of the camera.
Tell him.
Go.
Let him check himself first.
Oh, what? Wait. Okay, it's my strap.
Ah, it's a snake. Your snake. Ah.
We just had lunch. Our next and final climb will be to the top of that Mount Graham. That's the plan. Once you're over that, it should be basically just a descent down all the way to Wineglass Bay. That's where we're going to have our camp. We reached the top of Mount Graham.
Easy.
To our south we have Coles Beach, I think. Cook's Beach, sorry, Cook. We walked on that last evening.
Cook's Beach, mate. You see Sholton and you see Mariah Island.
And yes, and that's Scrotum.
The further one is Mariah Island. Then over here we have Wineglass Bay down there, and there's actually a submarine in Wineglass Bay.
And we have the world's best chair.
Alright, yeah, that's arguably the world's best chair, but I think the coolest part about this is the sky is so clear. You can see New Zealand in the distance. You can't see in this camera, but right above the dark blue horizon there's a faint blue outline, which is New Zealand. That's quite cool. It's quite cool,
Okay,
yo.
let's go swim over.
Alright, Janelle.
I see them.
Alright, it is
6:25
6:25 now. And the sun has set. You haven't realized.
Is that a star? Or is that a satellite?
So it's time for us to take out our torches and walk. And that's how we ended up walking in the dark. We underestimated the distance between the peak of Mount Graham and the campsite at Wineglass Bay. Walking through the bush in the dark was challenging, but after an hour of walking, we managed to reach our campsite to set up camp. Water. This is water. Alright, so we're in our tent. To my right we have Dulong. What's up, Dulong? So to my right, to my left we have Wei Han. This is going to be our accommodation for the night. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, Wine Glass Bay. Look at this. Not a single footprint in the sand.
Coming here in the morning is just a totally different world. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. A beautiful sunrise in front of us. The moon setting behind us. And no one but us on this beach. Worth it. Thus we begin day 3 of our hike. It's pretty straightforward. So now we're walking along Wineglass Bay Beach. We've got to walk all the way to down the beach and go up through that saddle. And I think the car park is on the other side of that saddle.
So the other day we passed by Scrotum Mountain, and today we're going by Mount Ina. There's the one over there.
Alright, so now we are ascending to Wineglass Bay Lookout, a very common one, a very touristy one. One last peak, not really a peak, one last climb before we go back. The climb to Wineglass Bay Lookout was not planned, but it was a decision that we didn't regret. We got to see how far we've come and how much we've accomplished over the past 3 days. Sorry?
That's not over to have my first bite of KFC. And
Okay. And have oysters and KFC we did. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of how we started and ended our adventure in Freycinet National Park. Thanks for watching. Product placement. What drink is that?
Power
Power it.
to power your workout.
Alright, man.
Power your workout, power your life.
And then let's get it over there.
Get you going.
Get you going.
Get you going.
Get you going.